Hey guys, Thunder here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see my other videos. Today we're back in The Sims and we're building, so let's get to it. Okay, so as you saw last week, I ditched the treehouse idea from my 100 baby challenge. It was just too much up and down. For a regular family, I think it would have been fine, but for this family, it's just not. It's really just not. So we are going to start over in Newcrest on the huge lot. Also, there is like a playground nearby. There's fishing, there's vendors, there's so much here that I really do think this will be a good place to be. So yeah, we're just going to make the shell right fast and then decorate with what money I have. I do not get rid of any of this money because yeah, we was already at the other place, like the treehouse. I had already finished the kitchen, the living room, and I think majority of the bathrooms. Here we are starting again with very little, but I did also want to take stuff from each of the other houses that we had. So from like the first house that we had in San Sequoia, definitely took the one level from that house and from the beach house. One level is definitely more the way to go with this family. From San Sequoia, I also took more so of the, like, having, I want to say having different rooms, but each of the houses had the different rooms for the different kids. So, yeah. It's more, I guess, I want to say traditional style of a house, I guess. But, yeah. It's just really there. Let's be honest here, it's really just one level. Some of the colors definitely kind of remind me of the San Sequoia house, because we had like a lot of green, but it was like more on the lighter green side, and this is going to be like very pastel vibes, so there is that. From the beach house, I kind of liked having separate outside areas for like the toddlers and then the older kids. So I do have a porch and a back porch in the middle there, and I have these separate areas where I'm going to set up for the toddlers and then the older kids. I'm trying to think of which house was after that. The industrial house, again, it had like a lot of pastel colors. It was very, very industrial. I mean, that was kind of the thing. But it also was where I started, I believe, putting in the double beds. And I really do like the double beds, so I stick with that. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, well, I have this bedroom, this bedroom, this bedroom. Where am I putting these children? So that's what's going on. But I did take that. And then from the fairy house, a lot of the colors, like, I've always kind of used, like, the lighter end of the colors. So a lot of the color schemes throughout the other houses have kind of come through to this house. There's definitely green, there's definitely blue, yellow, and then we had like a purpley, pinkish vibe in the last one. So that's definitely coming. It's just like the last house was probably the darkest house. This one is not. And I also brought like a lot of the fairy furniture back into this house, like the little acorn toy box. I love that thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, just right now I'm trying to figure out, okay, what am I doing here? And then also in the industrial house, we had a playroom, like a separate playroom, and I really liked the idea. And I kind of made it better by having not only a separate playroom, but there's also a separate skill room. So yeah, it's like what should have possibly been a garage, but it's not. And then I think in one of our houses we had like a separate, yeah, the beach house had had the kitchen and dining separated from the living room, and I really did like that as well. So that's back. So now we're just kind of looking. I really wanted this house to have its own, while it's taking color schemes from the rest of the houses, I also wanted it to have its own. So I decided to do like pink. Not the hugest fan of pink. Not my most favorite color, but we may do. And yeah, it's gonna be mostly pink, I should say, because I think I also put yellow. So like a pink and yellow house. Yeah. yeah. But first things first, we are going to go and grab the columns and such that matches and just put those, because I did want both of these to be like covered. And I think that also calls back to the beach house and a little bit to the industrial house. The San Sequoia house, I don't think it did, but it might. And it's not quite as covered as the treehouse. So yeah, just putting on the columns, the railings and all that, and then it was time to roof. This roofing was horrible. It's just such a weird shape and everything that it just really did not come together as I thought it would. But I do get a roof that looks pretty decent in the end. So yeah, I'm just gonna start over now and just kind of see what I can do. Yeah, there was a lot going on with these roofs, so I did decide to do it like this and use, I think these are the half gabled something or other. I'm not certain what these are called, but it just came together a little bit easier like that. And then over here I tried to do the same thing, but a lot of these roofs were not cooperating over here. So this did not work on this side of the house just because like there was just no way to easily line that up. Just none. What I should have just done is bring that middle piece all the way over and then roofed around it now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, I was trying so hard to get these things to line up, and I honestly don't know if they ever actually did. And like I said, I went through so many different options here. So yeah, just gonna bring this one and bring it across, and then I'm just gonna adjust the rooms below. I think I'm pretty certain I'm just gonna adjust the rooms below. Yeah, and that's just like going to affect the inside a little bit because that's like the nursery for the newborns and then the main bathroom. And then just going to bring this in and pull in the eaves. So it's looking good. I knew what I wanted for the, and that would just not bring up. For whatever reason, I had to put on the grid to be able to get that one to get where I wanted it. But just going to bring it down and just have a front covered porch. I really did like that idea. Yeah. Just really simple. Just gonna bring in eaves a little bit. I was really hoping to not have any of the like overlap there, but it just wasn't able to be avoided. So then just gonna put down these roofs. These are eventually gonna become bathrooms. So yeah. And then this back roof. This back roof was terrible. Awful, horrible, whichever way you want to say it. It was not working for me. I had to adjust so many times. I even cut out footage because it took me so long. And I built this over like several days. And yeah, I ended up going with this roof and then just making it really, really flat, taking it out through the edges, pulling in the eaves. And then on this side, it had to be like a little bit bigger of a porch on this back end. Or else it was just going to show that it wasn't like there was going to be a gap in between roofing, and I did not like that. So I just kind of adjusted the porch. I just bring the porch out just a little bit. And then the next day, that was when I came in and I had the roofing done. I had the floor plan done. So it was really just time to add in details. And the details here was really just the siding. I made it all pink on the outside. I thought about making it like with some stone or something, but I did not. I think I made it just completely pink. Which is fine. I like pink. A little bit. I like pastel pink. A little bit. But, yeah. Again, it's just going to be a gigantic work in progress. I did want to use I was just looking at the doors, the columns. I just needed a color that I thought would go good. So I kind of started with these arches, like into the kitchen area and out from the mudroom. So, and then just kind of looking at doors, it was like, okay, what do I want here? Just kind of looking at front door, back door, all of that first. And I don't know. There just was not as many options with yellow and pink as I thought there was going to be. So I did end up going with, I believe, this horse ranch door for the front. And then in the back, I'm not exactly certain which door that is, but yeah. Then we're just going to put in doors for like the bedrooms, the bathrooms, all of that. And I know that I skipped one bedroom getting a door, but I do go back and put that in. And then, like I said, just trying to figure out what I wanted where and all of that. And just honestly trying to figure out what looked the best as well. And this was where I found that we had pink arches from Lovestruck. And I was like, yes, please. So I put those in. And then just kind of looking at lights, I definitely knew I wanted different vibes in each of the rooms. This house did not need to be as big as I made it, but I went with it. So the bathroom lights are going to be these, and there's only like 4 bathrooms in this house. So that might be a little tricky when it comes down to it, but I did put these lights in that bedroom, those lights in that one. I'm trying to remember what all lights I used, but it's just not. Oh, and then I went back and I changed the cloud lights, because that's like the toddler room, and I put the cloud lights in the nursery as well. That's the toddler room and the infant room. I just don't remember which one was which. And I'm just going to put these lights like out here in the kitchen, dining, living room area. These are from Dream Home Decorator, and just going to put those into the skill room as well. I just really wanted that room to I just felt like those could all match. There was no big deal in trying not to match them, but yeah. And then just trying to figure out what I wanted for the rest of this. Like, I had been following the color scheme of like pink and yellow, but then I was like, I just want all the pastel colors, because we had used other colors. So bringing in some of that like blue and yellow and green and purple and all that, I don't think it would be bad. I did use that light from the kit for the main bedroom, and Callie she's truly lucked out in this house, because of the fact that she is so far away from the infants. She is so far away from the toddlers. The only children that she's gonna, and I did put in that door there, but the only children that Callie, my matriarch, is going to have to deal with is basically the newborns. Unless there's no teens, then we have to deal with the others. But this room is going to get these like fluffy blue ones. I don't know what else to call those. I really like those lights. And then in back here, I'm just going to put this like regular light. It did not need anything fancy back there. And then in this room, a lot of blue lights, but you know, the pink and yellow lights just was not my favorite. Just going to do a quick save so that I don't have to worry about it crashing or anything. And then going to give the paranormal floor and the white to the front and back porches. The rest of it gets the cats and dogs wood floor. I did forget to put the wood floor into the baby's room, but I do go back and get it. I want to say that's growing together tile gets put into the bathrooms, and then the kitchen. At first I thought I was going to have the kitchen on the back wall, but I decided to actually put it on this front part of this room. I just feel like that works better. I might even move the door to the skill room, like once I get to playing, because I really do think it would work better in the like front, like the entryway area. Just gonna put in wallpaper, obviously. I did put that cute little pink stuff for the nursery. For the infant's room, I believe, I want to say that's the infant's room. I put in that like pink with the dots and everything. Some of the pastel pop kit went into the toddler room. And then in the bathrooms, y'all may not agree, but I really do like this tile, so I did do the pink, blue, and yellow one, and it fits. It really does. It fits. So I really like that, and yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just keep it. And then in the rest of this area, I'm just gonna put this quick wallpaper. Again, I'm trying to keep the main color scheme as mostly pink, but pink really does go with other colors, so yeah. I put the Dream Home Decorator wallpaper into the main room, and then just looking for a wallpaper for this skill room. Obviously, I don't have like any sort of personality to go off of for that, because everybody uses it, so it's going to have multiple people with multiple personalities. I really do like this wood though from Eco Lifestyle. I really like it, so I did put it in like a light brownish color. And then we have the playroom back here. Definitely wanted something fun, So I went to the Storybook Nursery kit, and I used that wallpaper just because it felt like the right choice for a playroom. I do like it in a bedroom as well, but I really liked it in the playroom. Really did. And then just kind of trying to figure out, okay, well, what other wallpapers can I use? And in this bedroom up here, it gets this fairy wallpaper. Like, I really like the fairy wallpaper. So yeah, it gets that on 2 walls. 2 of the other walls in each of the bedrooms are going to be just plain white. And in this room, I'm trying to remember what I did. I want to say I might have done blue. Yeah, blue, just a blue. I don't think that that's the blue I ended up using, though. No, I did this wallpaper from Paranormal. It's still blue, but it's really also got like a yellow to it as well, so really works. And then in this one, I was going to use the Crystal Creations pack one, but then I was going to go with this one as well, until I remembered that I put that in the main bedroom, and I didn't want that twice. Like, this is a big house. We can have different wallpapers. So I thought about this Tigers. It was just a no. And then I found this from the Adventure Awaits pack. I really liked this pink one, but I don't know. I kind of like this like light blue purpley one a bit better. Just a little bit better. I really did like that, and I still have not figured out that the nursery has no and this is me trying to change the arches to yellow. It didn't work. I still have not figured out that the nursery has no flooring. But as far as windows go, I think I mostly stuck to Lovestruck, Growing Together. I really liked these big windows along the front. And I don't think I did the foundation either, so I'm going to have to go back and do that as well. But I did really like those along the front. However, I did not want a huge window in the bathroom. So I opted for other windows. At first I was going to go with these base game ones, but I think I changed it. And maybe it wasn't Lovestruck. No, it was Strangerville. I like the Strangerville windows. They had a similar color to the then wallpaper had gotten in everywhere that it wasn't supposed to. But they had a similar color to the Growing Together windows, like with the white and everything. So I just kind of put those around the rest of the house. Because I didn't want those big windows everywhere. They're kind of like a statement for the front. They don't really need to be everywhere else. So I kind of just put those around and just made it that way. So yeah. And then this is me coming back the third day just to kind of finish things up. This top part was kind of, it needed something, but the Strangerville window was definitely not it. It did not need that. I did put out this one, and that's, I think, also from Growing Together. It matches, like, pretty well. I wish that the yellow was a little lighter, but I do think that it works, so yeah. And then over here, I'm just putting in these from Strangerville. Yeah. And honestly, that was the windows, I think, done. And just kind of looking and making sure that I liked the layout, I liked what was going on, I liked all the wallpapers, and then we're going to go and at least have one bathroom finished. Well, not finished, because I think I still have to clutter and everything, but yeah. I put in this shower tub combo, and it's pink. I put in some curtains. I did grab a toilet. I had left like pretty much everything at the other house, so I needed pretty much everything. I did put in 2 sinks in this one. They fit. There's still room for other stuff, so yeah. I put in this, I think, a spa day mirror. I'm just gonna put out some of the like toilet paper, put out the toothbrushes, the soap, all of that. And then just going to grab some towels. I went with, I think, this blue. It kind of, it doesn't blend in as much on the wall as like the pink ones were. And then we had to have a toddler potty, so I did grab this one. I believe that one is from Growing Together. And then I kind of wanted just a couple plants, so I did put on Move Objects. And these are from Dream Home Decorator. Just going to get a couple on either side. And maybe I did finish like this bathroom completely. Just gonna grab a couple of towels. Maybe not. No, I don't think that the towels could really fit. I did grab, I think, these green ones and just stacked them right there. And yeah, I could use like a pitcher above the toilet or something like that. I am going to go with these appliances. Those are from, I want to say that they're from the Country Kitchen Kit, and then the counters are from Country Living. Cottage Living, Cottage Living. And then, of course, we have to have our money trash can. So just a very basic kitchen, because I needed to make sure I could get, like, this is kind of where I'm figuring out, wait a minute, I don't have any flooring in here. But I was also worried about getting a bassinet. And I went with the ones from Enchanted by Nature. It was just so pretty and so pastel. Just the right colors. So, yeah. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure I had the right... trying to think. I'm losing my train of thought here. That I had enough money for the beds and things that I needed. So a couple of cribs. So that's the infant room. This is going to be the toddler room. They're all getting the Enchanted by Nature stuff. Well, no, the toddler room does not. The toddler room gets this because it matched the wallpaper a little bit better. And then as far as these other rooms, I just go with the Eco Lifestyle beds. I put purple in this room because it kind of matches the wallpaper, and we do have 2 double beds in each of these rooms. Don't ask. Sometimes you just need it. Then we go with the blue ones in this room. And then in this last room, I think I do pink. Just trying to figure out where to put the beds as well. Yeah, so we got pink, purple, and blue. And then just going to put in another door to that bathroom because the 1 bedroom was the only one that did not have their own bathroom. Like a door straight into it. So I really wanted to fix that. And then I am going to grab a TV. I go with the one from, I want to say it's the Modern Lux kit. I want to say that's what it's called. It does have a pink frame. Love that. And the colors just really worked for this house. It really just did. And then just kind of looking for a couch. I really love this pink one from Paranormal. And it just looks so cozy. And then I realized how big my living room actually is in this house. And I was like, why did I do this? Grabbing a coffee table. And honestly, I think that I might have left it like that. I could not, for whatever reason, get my easel. So I did have to buy a new one. And I put it in blue. And then just kind of grabbing the kids stuff I needed. So I did need a new infant mat because I don't think I brought that. I got 2 of those. Those are from, I think, the Storybook Nursery kit. And then back here, I definitely want the tent. I used like the farming one this time, like the pattern on it. And I used the well slide in this blue color. I think we also had the well slide at the beach house, so kind of bringing it back. And I definitely like the well slide being inside rather than out. Gonna get a couple of blocks over here. Trying to look and see what else. At first I went with this toy box, but I think I do go and grab the acorn one. It's a lot more fun. I cannot help it. I like it, and I liked the colors, so we went with that. There we go. And of course we did bring some of our toys with us because we had made those. So just kind of looking. I did go with this Pixel Blarfy thing. That's the one from the event that we had. So really like that. And then of course Callie needs a bed. So we do grab her a bed. I don't remember which bed I go with. I might even go with the Eco Life one. I'm not certain. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at Eco Lifestyle. No, we do go with the Eco Lifestyle, but a gray one. So, yeah. And then, this is just me putting stuff out. Like I said, we had toys, we had gnomes, we had all that stuff. So I did put out, like, the gnomes. I still have to go and, like, adjust them to where I actually want them to be. I put out that flower that somebody made, putting in the toys. The skill room is going to get, like, the cross stitch and knitting box. Again, putting out gnomes, putting that stuff out. Have pictures that we have to put out. I did put, I think, the fruit one in here, and then the lion one went into the other room, and then that one went into the hallway. Then just more toys. I never did find that chatterbox or chatterbot. So if you download the old house, you may have a chatterbot sitting there somewhere. And then the plaque goes up into the skill room as well for us completing, I think it was the crystal collection. And then it was time to do the pictures. So we have plenty of space in the skill room for the pictures. I love having a picture wall, but I also wanted Callie to be able to have her computer out. This desk is from Pastel Pop, and I really like this swatch of it because it kind of matches the easel that I have. So just gonna get that, and I just now realized I don't think I put a chair. Yeah, I'll have to get that, but I also don't think I'm gonna make you watch all of these pictures being put out because there's a lot. So just know I put them out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.